welcome to the Awaken Your Best podcast. I'm your co-host Rasta White with my brother Terrence Feagin over there. You feel me? We was just chopping it on up, and before we even get to any topic or anything, bro, this is episode 24. You feel me? So I think it's only right we mentioned Kobe. We actually didn't mention, you feel me? Like 23 was the last episode. We didn't mention MJ. But in this one, bro, we gotta mention Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy you said that. Last night I was actually on a Kobe, like, not meme page, but it was like a fan page. And I wasn't even watching the actual highlights of him playing basketball. It was more about like him off the court and talking, you know, being a motivational speaker or what have you, being a coach. And for me, those videos was more touching than the highlights, because I'd seen the highlights 1,000 times. You know,
right.
But yeah, shout out to Kobe, bro. Number 24, man.
Yeah, number 24, bro. Like, big inspiration. And like you said, bless you. You feel me? Like you said, I wasn't the biggest fan when he was on the court, I would say. I wasn't biggest fan, as big of a fan as I was when he became, when he retired and was just motivational speaking and all of that. That's when I really started, to get attached to a lot of his messages and a lot of the Mamba mentality, right? And it's just crazy to think about, because, like, to me, when I think of Kobe, I think, anybody, the first word come to my mind is just discipline. I mean, that's the first word, bro. Discipline. I think that's all the Mamba mentality is doing what you need to do, period. Like, doing what you set yourself out to do, regardless of how you feel. So, bro, like you said, shout out to Kobe. Rest in peace. You feel me?
Yeah. Kobe always gonna be that player that had that determination and that it factor. Once you find that it factor and you find what you love to do. That ultimately, like, Kobe loved what he was doing. He ain't make up no excuses. But dog, that's amazing though, man. But yeah, what you got up for today? Saturday, June 8th. 10 a.m. in the morning on my end. It's 1 p.m. on your ends, man. How was your morning so far?
So far, it was straight, bro. Overall, got up, got some stuff done. I got up early. I got up at 7. You feel me? Got up at 7. Things was going pretty good. Me and wifey had a little heated discussion, but we bounced back from it pretty quick. I would say we ain't let it, mess up our whole day. So, bless, bro. Bless her and the baby. They out right now. So I'm here about to do this. You feel me? I'm gonna do some more. I might mess around and go door dashing, and I'm gonna go hang out with one of my bros later. Feel me? Grab a couple Heinekens. You know what I'm saying?
It's up for you. Are you drinking the Heinies?
Nah,
you don't do the mixed drinks, bro?
Not really, bro. Sometimes, but I might just grab a Blue Moon. You feel me? But
Blue Moon's
right. But mixed drinks, I grab a Jack and Coke. But I usually, like, if I'm at like a club or something.
I hear it. Nah, man, it's Saturday. I most definitely probably grab one. I still ain't worked out yet. It's 10 a.m. But, man, like you said, woke up early. And I got some activities done around the house, man. Like, dog, you'll realize once you get, a little bit older, like, you start, really being in the house, you got to start doing housely, manly chores. Like, bro, I got even my own chores. The kids got their own chores, but I got mine. Like, I had to fix like cabinets in the kitchen. Like, dang. Saturday morning, you got to wake up and fix cabinets in the kitchen because your kids is knocking them out. But other than that, bro, like, doing weird stuff like fixing a vacuum. Like, who's fixing a vacuum at 8 a.m.? It's just different tasks like that, though. But yeah, bro. You mentioned the point of having a heated argument, bro. Listen, I want to go back to that. If I had $1, 50 cents every time I had a heated argument with my wife, listen, I'd be a multi-millionaire right now. So it's just I feel like when you argue, you just figuring out who that person is. And then eventually, like, you realize, like, man, it ain't no point of, like, having heated arguments or open discussion. It becomes more of an open discussion. So, bro, those heated arguments sometimes is needed too. It's all learned. You learn in a person, bro. 10 years later, me and my wife, we still have heated arguments, but we kind of figure it out, like, all right, bro, ain't no point in arguing with each other,
Yeah, I guess for me too, as a person, like, I ain't really a confrontational person. So for me, it'd be like, I don't like arguing, but like, I'm learning that it's necessary. Like, you have to have that conflict. You gotta, like you said, it's necessary to learn who the other person is. Because if not, then, you know, it leads to a lot of resentment. Y'all not. I think that's what they mean. That's part of the communication. And part of the communication is y'all having discussions, heated or not, figuring out who each other is. I actually had the dude I'm gonna go out with tonight. My bro, we was talking yesterday about something he had going on, you know, at home. So I'm just like, you know, this part of it, you know, you gotta just learn to embrace it.
It's part of it, man. Keep embracing it, keep going. That's the journey, you know. The success is in the journey, you know. I think not the success, but like the glory is in the journey. And I think Kobe said that when I was watching something about that last night too. Like, enjoy it. You know, it's the path, bro. It's the path, man. So yeah, other than that, dog, podcast number 24, man. You know, we've really been doing this for a while. You know, if y'all haven't subscribed and y'all listen to us, you know, we kind of I figured out within 24 actual episodes that we want to change it up a little bit more, have more of a conversation instead of just like a structured sit here and talk to y'all, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we want to really show y'all more about who we are. I feel like if y'all been listening from episode 1 to 24, you've learned who we are, and we want to give y'all more of that. Y'all deserve it, because why? Y'all listening, y'all subscribe, y'all willing to see what we talking about. And again, this is number 24. So, bro, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, and to piggyback on what you just said, that's all facts. Like, definitely just being ourselves, letting people know who we is. Because that's really what a podcast is about, you know, in my opinion, is that. And you actually brought that up, like, yo, bro, we should show them more of us versus just, you know, they like structure, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So I'm really excited for it. And the good thing is, it's actually it's easier than the other stuff.
Yeah, you ain't got to sit here plan and have notes and think about it. You know, it's coming straight from our hearts.
Exactly. And I mean, knowing me, I'ma still have notes, but
for sure,
I'm using them for like I'm using them more in a natural way. It's more for backup in case I'm on here and I'm like, hey, I don't know what to say. I could be like
a dead time. Hey, bro, real quick, back your screen up a little bit so your head is like, you know what I mean, it's not covered. I just noticed it. Yeah. Or like open it up a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, even better. Yeah.
Just to see. You know what I'm saying? All right,
but you see how the camera is though.
Oh yeah,
it's
right
like
here.
So push it back a bit. Push it back. Yeah, so boy.
They can see the waves that's going right now, but they'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, you always had the wavy, huh? That's what's up, though, bro.
But for y'all listening, today we're just gonna talk about one word. Like, we're gonna keep it simple. You feel me? Like, this, it dawned on me. Like, Feagin asked me a lot of times when we come up with topics, I could literally be just cutting up some dinner or whatever, doing something regular, and a topic would just hit me like, boom. And I always tell them, I feel like God send me those. Like, here you go. Y'all should talk about this next. And this one, bro, was just one word, bro: faith. You feel me? That was it. It was just like, y'all need to talk about faith. We did at least 1 or 2 podcasts talking about faith before, but this is a topic that ain't gonna never get old. Why? Because every single day your faith gets tested, bro. And every you know, endeavor of your life, you know what I'm saying? Your marriage, 100%. Your entrepreneurial journey, whatever you got going on. So, bro, when you hear the word faith, bro, what's the first thing come to mind?
Yeah, for me, it's believing in a goal or a dream or a person without even actually having seen the results. So that's like the one thing that I think about. Of course, God, when you think about faith, like, most people go to religion, but, you know, faith can be within a lot of different things within life. You know, relationship with yourself. You know, do I have faith that I can make it to that goal, like I said before, or faith in someone else who may be a friend, you know? So it's really, what do you determine faith to be? Yeah, ultimately, again, it's like I said, you know, just having faith in something that hasn't actually shown you the actions or the results from, you know, what you having faith in, if that makes sense.
I agree, bro. I think you just made it as simple as possible. Having faith in the results that you can't see yet.
Yeah.
Faith in the unseen, and like
unseen.
It's a powerful thing. So, like, to lead with that, I think a few days ago, it was a few days ago, I posted on Facebook, I posted faith over fear. I know that's a phrase a lot of people are pretty familiar with, faith over fear. And I just been dawning on that because I'm like, that's one of them things that you hear a lot, but it's like, you got to really give a lot of thought to it because it's an everyday thing you can live by. Because I'm like, faith over fear. And a lot of people say, we know the acronym for fear, right? False evidence appearing real, right? So it's kind of like, fear is the counterfeit for faith. You feel me? False evidence appearing real, something that you see, like the fears, that stuff, you don't see it either. Like the same with faith. It's stuff that you visualizing and imagining and all of that good stuff or bad stuff in, the case of fear. But I just been comparing the two and I've been like, wow, they really at a battle all the time. When you visualize something and you see, fear is the default, right? Fear is the worst case scenarios where your brain automatically go to this gonna fall apart or blah, blah, blah. But I've been learning to train my mind, I would say. You feel me? Learn how to train my mind to just have the positive outlooks, which is, the faith. So when you hear that, I know we all deal with fear, right? What's a good example you would say where a time where maybe you had fear at first and then you changed it to faith, you feel me, and then it worked out in your favor?
Yeah, for me, man, most people might look at me and be like, oh, you're outgoing guy. No, honestly, I'm really like an introvert at heart, or I recommend, or I'd rather be, not recommend, somebody recommend, I'd rather be by myself, to be honest with you. But for me, it used to be points where I would go to like networking events, right? Or, even be at work. And it's times where there'll be a group of people just talking and I somehow have to go speak to them, or I have to go into that room, or I have to go networking. And a lot of times I shy back. And by me shying back, it's not really giving me like that fear of wanting to talk to other people, having a deep conversation, having to get to know people. I'm okay with that. So that fear of going and talk to those people may ultimately close a few doors. So it was one time where I actually went to like a networking event. I went on fear. That fear was right at the door. Like, hey man, why you don't got to do this? You can go do something else. Step past that, went and entered, and I made a lot of great relationships and like different, aspects of work, and then also aspects of, business as well. So if there's ever fear or that rumbling in your stomach or that voice in your head is telling you like, okay, no, I don't want to go that way. You don't got to do that, man. Just go back to your comfort zone. That's the point where you need to step through it and walk through it. And now it shouldn't be danger. Danger is real, but fear is something that is just your mind making it up to possibly stop you from going to the next level. So walk through that fear. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you're scared. Just do it. That's what I ultimately think about,
No, that's perfect, bro. That's a perfect example because that's the epitome of what it is when you walking through it. Because like you said, it's fear, your brain telling you blah, blah, blah. You getting an uncomfortable feeling, you're nervous, shaking, whatever. And when you start learning to walk through that, it make you not fearless. Like you don't fear no more. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
right.
I think that's that's like a perfect example. And then on the flip side with faith, right? Faith is telling yourself it's going to work out good, it's going to visualizing it in a positive manner. I'm about to go to this networking event, for example, because I'm the same way.
Yo, thank you for tuning into this podcast right now. I want to say if you like this, make sure that you subscribe and like the video. Comment down below what you like so far. Of course, we're bringing these podcasts to you all the time, and we just want to continue to grow. So you can actually help us to grow by commenting down below, liking the video, and also subscribing. Tell a friend to tell a friend all about this podcast, and we'll see y'all real soon. Let's get back to the video.
An event, for example, because I'm the same way. The first few, when I was a real estate agent, the first few events I used to go to, even still, bro, like even to this day, you feel me?
Yeah.
If I'm at a networking event, I'm naturally closed off. Like I don't really like small talk. I just be like,
yeah.
Like you said, this is really fear. Right. Same way. But it is fear. It's just you don't want to, a lot of times you don't want to embarrass yourself, or you don't want to come off as somebody you're not. A lot of things that's stopping you from talking to people instead of just being your natural self, right?
Right.
So I'm learning, that's what I started learning. I started saying, you know what, when I'm at these events, similar to like what you saying, I need to talk to at least a few people. I ain't got to talk to everybody, but let me at least, find one person. You find that one random person you connect with and you talk to them the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time you don't try to stretch out, talk to nobody else.
But you at least talk to somebody, right? You cling on like, all right, this dude cool. We connecting. I'm about to at least talk to this person. I ain't finna just stand in the corner by myself and look crazy.
Looking crazy, like everybody. It's crazy though. It's crazy also too because like when you go to networking events or like work, people want to talk to me. Like I'm pretty sure that's like that for you too. But tall, handsome, attractive guy, people want to talk to me. You want to have a conversation. Like, what do you do? Oftentimes it's, oh, did you play basketball or football? No, I didn't, but it's a great conversation starter. What was your favorite team? I see that you might think, whatever it may be. But for me, what really helped me get past that aspect of fear? It was the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. When I read that, it really, bro, I read that back in maybe like college, bro. Maybe in like college or like my early stages of after college. So How to Win Friends and Dale Carnegie, I believe.
One of my favorite books, bro. Yep.
Yeah, it's a good book. So, bro, like when I read that, it really helped me to get past my aspect of not making friends. Like to this day, I really don't have a lot of friends, and it's only because I rule friends as like brothers. I bring people in as friends. You see my family, you know who I am. But I would say associates. It helped me to win associates, more people that I could talk to. But it gave me a way to be able to break past the fear and know how to conversate, know how to, have an intellectual conversation, or just to get, people to like me,
No, okay, that's perfect, bro. Like you said, it helped you, how to win friends and influence people, right? It helped you start winning people. And I like that you say like with friends, you say it's more like brothers. So it ain't really, you don't really feel a need to try to win your brothers. It's more like you talking about relationships that can move the needle type of thing, right? So bro, I'm with you all day on that. Cause likewise, reading it, it's funny because it helped you with that. And for me, if you out there listening, you should I think every human being need to read that book.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, honestly, and I ain't gonna say like I'm putting it into practice still, but it helped with my marriage a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like it did help with that because it talked a lot about communicating with your partner. Like that's what I remember taking out of that. Like not criticizing. Like one chapter talk about you shouldn't be criticizing, you should be encouraging people. Don't let people save face. Like what was another one? My favorite one. Oh, the best way to win an argument is to not have one.
Like, yeah, I don't argue with people. I ain't trying to argue with you. Get on, man. Nobody want to argue with you, man. I be telling my wife that too. Like, man, look.
And when you win, you lose, and when you lose, you lose.
Listen, bro. We both married. You cannot win an argument with your wife, bro. You're going to always lose. Because even if you win the argument, you're going to lose. If she wins the argument, you're still going to lose. There's no way around it. I try to keep peace, even though it's like not really possible in a household, with multiple different kids running around, different things, and so many work, and it's kind of hard to keep the peace. But ultimately, for me, is I found where is that if she's in a mood where she like, yo, motherfucker, this and that, hey man, you got it. I ain't going back. I was wrong. Yep, blame it on me. We laugh it off. Keep it going. We have a good day. You know what I mean? Like one little argument can turn the whole day off. And for me, it's not worth it. So like you said, the best way to win an argument is not to have one.
And it's hard, but it's powerful. Even at work, right? Like when you at work, I was thinking about it. If you ever notice that it's like you could be a person who do certain things in certain environments, but then you do it differently at home. Like, cause I noticed at work, I ain't gonna say I always was the best, but like at work, I always was better at communication. Like when I'm in a work setting, I don't get, my patience is better. You feel me? My boss can come at me about something crazy, I'm less defensive. But if my wife comes at me about something crazy, I'm more defensive, right? So I'm learning, it's like, bro, you got to apply that to every area of your life. Take that, if you good at winning people at work and you good at getting promotions and all of that, you probably can be good at taking your marriage to the next level if you keep that same energy across all cylinders. So I'm learning that. I'm like, wow,
100%.
you feel me? And they say don't bring work home, but if you the truth at work, you should bring that home. Bring that version of you at home. Don't just come home and turn into somebody else. And I feel like it's easy to do that. Come home and just be like, work is done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Work is done. I don't need to be respectful.
Take that hat off.
You feel me? Take the hat off. I don't need to be careful what I say. And I'm saying this, y'all, from my experience of me being that person. I'm learning to be like, no, talk to your wife with structure. If y'all have a conversation, talk the way you break down YouTube videos, break it down like that. Like, make it make sense. Because when I'm talking to her and we mad, I'm all over the place. But when you watch my YouTube video, it's all structured and it makes sense and it's clear, right? So I'm learning to bring them together and start treating everything the same way.
I love that for you, bro. I love that for you. And then, like I told you, it's growing pains. It's only been, whatever. And what, a year? Not even a year, or over
like
a year
and a half.
It's growing, man. But one thing I wanted to tell you is that I don't know if you really mentioned or noticed, but at work, you have less emotion in the game. It's work. You can't take a lot of it serious because you're just here to fuel your activities at home. When you're at home, you're emotionally attached. This is the woman you love, married, child with, all of that.
Good point.
So when you're looking at home and you're trying to compare and do the things that you're doing at home, it may not ultimately work. Yeah, you can try some of those different strategies. And the strategies that I recommend is like selling to your wife, like sell that the fact that you need to take that time out of your day in order to get this done for the long run, and structure it like you would like the systematic way that we learn how to sell. But then also the same way that you would influence people in order to become friends or associates with you, using patience, which is big, I know that I had to learn that, patience with your wife, patience with the people around you like you would at work. And then again, not have so much emotional ties to where it takes you to a high or it takes you to a low. You have to know how to be even keel like you would be at work. You have to be even keel with the one that you love most, because you know that it's going to dramatically influence your whole environment if you go too high or go too low with her, So the same way that you would structure your sales, like, say, hey, baby, listen, I have a podcast to do with my boy T Feagin, man. How does 1 o'clock work for you? And then you kind of lay it out like that.
In there.
Yeah, all of it, bro. All of it, because your tone, like, if you can't, hey, I gotta da do it at 1 o'clock. Hey, well, I don't know what you doing. It's like your tone is gonna dictate how the rest of the conversation goes. So when you sell it in a certain manner or a certain tone, they're gonna understand the importance of it.
Bro, I love that. And to touch on that, what would you say is a way to, like you said, because you emotionally attached at home, and it's funny because you would think you're doing a service to your family by being so emotional, but it's actually hurting, because if you're emotional and you're not able to back up a little bit and treat it the same, like you say, you remove your emotions, you can say it in a way that's not, because like you said, if I'm calling somebody to sell, I'm not thinking really emotionally. I'm more so thinking about trying to get the job done, whatever that is. So I'm gonna get my mind right. I'm gonna say it with the right tone and all of that. But like, it's the same with your wife. You might be saying that, like, you're not thinking that, like, I don't want to try to sell her on this. I'm gonna just be real with you. Okay, I need to do this damn podcast. And you you say, you try to sell to your wife, you start with the tonality, and you say, you know what, and for all it is, you need to let me do this.
Boop, right down the toilet. Because the women that work with some women, bro. I'm not bashing women in any sense. I'm just going from what I see. Some women that work on, and some dudes can run over their wife and have their house the way they want. I get it. That's you. But for my wife, that ain't going. We gonna be in this joint arguing. And for me, I don't want that. So, okay, how can I prevent someone who may potentially argue or have something against what I got going? How do I do it? I present it in a I'm gonna sell to you. put your charm on. Hey, what's going on? I'm looking to buy this $2,000 camera. What do you think about that? You know what I mean? Like, it's when I noticed that my wife was no longer nagging, but she just wanted to have a conversation about things that need to be done, and I took it as her just communicating and not nagging. That's when I finally figured out, like, okay, this is the trick. This is how I prevent arguments. Because if your wife is angry and she come out da 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 da, and you come out da 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 da, y'all both gonna be shooting. But if she come out da 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 da, you be like, oh man, I'm sorry, man, my bad. What happened? You keep your calm instead of going to her level, because what they say in Baby Boy, man, these women is unstable creatures.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Listen, I don't think that. I think women are beautiful. I think y'all, best thing that God ever made. But what I'm saying is that a lot of times, sometimes emotions will cause arguments, but you got to know how to be even keeled, and that'll kill or diffuse after a while, bro. But this is not a podcast about women being arguing and all that.
Right, exactly. But I like too, like, this goes back to y'all that's listening. This how it's gonna be. Like, we want to talk about stuff, and we don't keep topics and stuff like that. Yeah. But I like the idea of us just free flowing, because we talking about communicating with our wife now. We was talking about faith. We gonna tie it all together and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, that's what this is about. We ain't gotta just okay, now faith. 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 But I do want to say is this though, right? Speaking of what you just said, in the Bible it says a soft answer turn away wrath, right? Mm-hmm. A soft answer turn away wrath. So I was thinking about what you were saying when you was like, if she coming at you da 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 with all the wrath, and then you respond with a soft answer, it turned it away. It turned that da 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 to just dot 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 dot. Oh, okay, he ain't shooting back. Let me stop shooting.
Yeah.
He just turned that all around. But if he blazing back, she gonna be like, all right, let me go get some more ammo.
Yeah, right. New ideas gonna keep popping up. So for me, that's what I use. Now some people are like, man, hell no, I'm going hard. I'm da da da. And then sometimes you can go hard when you got to stand on your own. But you can also stand on your own and be like, that wasn't mine. I didn't do that, or whatever it may be.
That's the most powerful one, because it works pretty much every time, bro.
Every time.
Times where I do it, when because it's an emotion. You got, when I do remove my emotion. For a perfect example, you could say your mother. Like, if you're a guy out there listening, if your mom called you a lot of times cussing you out, we better at just being like, no, mama, I didn't mean it like that, blah blah blah. And she just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it the same. You feel me? When wife, and she don't even be coming at me crazy, by the way. That's by no. Yeah. Like my wife, y'all. Yeah. Luckily, I got a wife who's not. She don't. Yeah, she don't come at me crazy. Like, if she come at me about a problem, she just the truth at like how she do stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when it come to communication, it's funny. I'll be on the podcast. I got nice videos and all of that. But like, when it come to our relationship communication, my wife younger than me, but she got it. Like, she don't. Amazing. She just. Not saying she perfect. She not perfect. Yeah, she'll go off, but she don't. That ain't her first default. Even if she only 23, and I feel like she communicating like that when she my age, 27. She gonna be. She gonna really be winning friends and influencing people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
100.
You feel me? So that's not to say all of that, but I'm just learning that it's like, even when she do got a problem, the way I respond, like Terrence was saying with his wife. The way we respond is everything. So when they say it's our fault, bro, that your girl tripping and she doing this, I'm sorry, man. To the husbands and fellas out there, I know, I ain't saying we always wrong, but a lot of times it is our fault because how we respond. You feel me?
Yeah. Nah, a lot of them times it ain't my fault.
Yeah, you 10 years in there.
Yeah, ain't my fault. That's your fault. You better figure out who else to blame for that. I called her. Siobhan, Siobhan funny, man. She really is like she a goofy motherfucker,
Yeah, she got a
great woman.
Girl.
Great, man. She tried to do something today. I caught her like, I forgot what it was, bro. But anyway, I was like, nah, don't put that on me. She was like, she started laughing like, no, I ain't mean it like that. I'm like, nah, you did. But, like, we could be able to like laugh and, we don't, We don't do all the arguing. And again, it comes down to one, just communication and building. But bro, it all really comes back to ultimately, like, what is y'all faith? You know, what do y'all really mesh or want to have together? You know, what is y'all ultimate like goal? And when you figure out like what your ultimate goal, what's in between you and getting there, is just your ultimate faith, man. And that's in anything.
You ain't lying, bro. And that ties back into faith. We're talking about faith. You know, we're talking about things that are unseen, because it's so easy to lose sight of it. It's so easy for that fear to creep in and replace that faith, you know, with a negative outcome versus them positive outcomes. So you got to remind yourself, you know, I want to share with y'all. Let me see. I shared an acronym with fear, and I looked this up today, an acronym for faith. And it's pretty long, so yeah, just listen.
Get your notes out.
You feel me? So you taking action. I see you, and we truly appreciate you for watching this podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to tune in so you can stay here. We dropping these weekly. We're going to keep doing it, keep dropping, keep learning, keep growing, and helping people like you awaken the best version of themselves. So hit that like, comment, subscribe button. Even hit that bell. I don't even normally say that, but hit that bell, man, so you can constantly get notified, so you can know exactly when we dropping, and you can soak up this knowledge. All right, peace. Get back to the podcast. With faith, F, focus on the positive. A, affirm yourself. You know, I got this, blah, blah, blah. I, imagine God doing something good. T, trust God in everything. And H, hope for the best.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I might actually have to
put that on my wall right there, probably.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm gonna put that in my kids' room. They need to hear that. I love that one.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'd usually just say, listen, have faith that I don't whoop your ass if you're and clean this damn room up. Nah.
I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean?
That's dope though, bro. Where'd you find that at?
I just Googled it right before our pod. I went ahead and Googled it. I'm like, let me see if they got some dope acronyms for faith. You feel me? And I seen that. I'm like, yeah, I got to share this on the pod.
So speaking of faith, man, we in 24 right now, right? Episode 24. We got our ways to go. We don't know how much further we can go. We're just going to keep doing this as long as we possibly can. What do you see as far as the outcome for the Awaken Your Best podcast, man? I know you was telling me a little bit last night. Let's go ahead and speak it into existence. Let all the listeners. I love it. Let them know right now before they catch us on 2024. You know, episode. Right.
So future Rasta White telling y'all, you feel me? I see. It ain't just about how many viewers we gonna have. It ain't just about that. But I see easily thousands of people tuning in, listening. I see us helping a lot of people with their marriage. I see us helping a lot of people financially, with their business, whatever they have going on, bro. I see people tuning in. I can see all of the comments. You feel me? I can see people saying, thank you so much. I've been listening for this X amount of years, X amount of months. And, you know, I'm so appreciative to be here. You know, I could just see us in person on all our podcasts. Whether you got to fly to me, whether I got to fly to you. You feel me? I see us posting way more consistently, y'all. We giving y'all weekly, but I'm talking about guaranteed weekly. No, nothing. We gonna do extra ones just to have. You feel me? Bro, I see that it being weekly. I see, bro, a lot of people when they know Terrence or they know Rasta, they're gonna be like, bro, I see you on the Awaken Your Best podcast, bro.
Amazing. Well, listen, I think that's a great way to close this out, man. So, like you said, weekly, Sunday, we'll be dropping these for y'all. Make sure y'all can tune in on YouTube and then also on Apple. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Faith is a big one. We'll bring more to y'all as we continue. But Rasta, man, Saturday, bro, go out and have you a little drinky drink.
Yeah, Saturday. We got to stop. We get caught up in work. Me and Terrence, we'll work all day, every day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, man, I got work to do, actually. Yeah, for sure.
See? Yeah.
All right, y'all.
We'll see y'all next week, hopefully.
Cool. Hey, do the